Alright, here's another gangster movie called Boys in the Hood. I think it's a really great movie. And again, it will teach you to humble yourself. These people aren't considered martial artists, but the reality that they live is rough, is full of violence, and their lives could be taken in a blink of an eye. And in the streets over there, it's just about respect and just basically trying to be a good person, or just basically surviving, for them. And if you're gonna if you're good at martial arts and you try to challenge people like this, I mean, your life is gonna end pretty quick. So these people might not train in anything, but just the fact that they have no fear is what makes them dangerous. And when someone has no fear, they're more dangerous than any competition fighter or mixed martial arts or anything. So again, it will teach you to humble yourself. My Family, great movie. Just really teach you about the struggles of life and the different directions that people go in, and you could really learn a lot from this movie. Heat is just another great movie. This is not considered martial arts, but just the way this is like a organized crime, and they don't practice martial arts, but you'll see what they do is more deadly than martial arts. So these are the type of people that are really dangerous in society. It's not really martial artists. So this is really something that will teach you to humble yourself as well. Carlito's Way, this is not considered a martial arts movie, but once again, it will teach you about the higher level, that's the violence that's beyond just competition fighting, and it should teach you to humble yourself once again. Alright, here's just some comedies. Dave Chappelle, I think, he teaches people through his comedy. I love his comedy shows. I think he's a great comedian and educator at the same time. And, Dave Chappelle season 1, season 2. I always watch movies and videos of where I could learn something, and, he entertains and educates at the same time. When he tries to teach, when he has these shows and you laugh and stuff, you should really get to think about what the messages that he's trying to teach and what he's trying to teach you. Friday is just a funny movie. I recommend that if you're looking for comedy. Waiting is just another funny movie. I think this is one of the most hilarious movies out there. Fat Girls is I think you can learn something from here. Just learning about loving yourself, accepting yourself, and just not conforming. Just because everybody else conforms, you don't have to conform as well. You can just love yourself for who you are. Chris Rock, Never Scared. This is one of the best stand-up comedies I've ever seen. Very educational. You can learn a lot from this movie. I love this comedy show. Chris Rock, Never Scared. He has like some really great points that he makes. Girl Next Door is another good movie. Just basically teaching you, just once again, just being yourself, and eventually you should be able to achieve the goals that you have in life, and appreciating women for who they are and stuff like that. I think it's a good movie. Shallow Hal is a funny movie, but I think there's a good meaning behind it. Basically teaching you to not be shallow, to not be judging people from the outside all the time, and just learn to get them to know them from the inside, and truly love them from its inside, rather than just always judging from the outside. So I think it's a good movie to teach you that. Alright, Godfather 1 is a great movie. This is an amazing movie. It's not martial arts, but it will teach you what's beyond martial arts. I think that if you watch this movie, you really will learn to humble yourself and really see, the types of people that really do have the power in society. And it will teach you a lot about politics, a lot about organized gangs, organized mobs, and really the power that they have. I mean, these people don't know martial arts, but just simply because they're in a mob gives them so much power over everyone that it makes everybody almost helpless. And even if you know martial arts, I mean, they could just take your life away in a blink of an eye just because they have those connections. So knowing that, this will teach you, it should teach you to humble yourself as a martial artist. So Godfather 2 is just a continuation of Godfather 1. It's a really good movie. Godfather 3, or this was Godfather 2 and this is Godfather 3. So these are just all three great movies. Okay. Blood In, Blood Out, another movie that's great that will teach you about, the reality for a lot of people out there that live in rough areas. This just it's not a game out there for these people. This is just life or death and fighting for survival. This is beyond that competition fighting that you see. And once again, it should teach you to humble yourself. A Bronx Tale, another movie that will teach you, about mobsters and who has the power out there. These people. And once again, it should teach you to humble yourself. Menace to Society, same thing. You see the real violence out there. These are not considered martial arts movies, but I believe that you must learn from these movies and learn to take yourself above beyond the violence. Get stuck in martial arts and you think, oh, martial arts, that you own the world and that you could beat anybody up. I mean, this is not the right path. You watch these movies right here. These people don't know martial arts, but they have nothing to lose, and they do whatever it takes to, whatever they want. They're crazy, and because of that, they have power over anyone that knows martial arts. And you want to go above beyond that. You don't want to be a violent person. You want to learn to be peaceful, and that will increase your chances of surviving out there against people like this. Goodfellas, same thing. Another mob movie that will teach you to go beyond the violence. Okay, this is just not the direction that you want to head towards. You don't want to be a violent person. These people are above, as far as power is concerned, they're above the martial artists out there and the competition fighters that you see. Alright, now we're going to go to some martial arts movies. Alright, this is Forbidden Kingdom. This movie is not, I don't like the movie, but I think the meaning is good. It would basically show you, like, there's this kid that gets picked on and bullied all the time, and the people that are bullying him are just not good people, and they might know martial arts, but that doesn't mean that they're in the right direction, that they're going in the right direction. At the beginning, these bullies beat them up, and they're better at the fighting techniques than the person who is being bullied. And that's the thing, I don't want to teach bullies, to be stronger so they could keep bullying and oppressing people. Okay, the person in this movie, he ends up learning martial arts and then ends up protecting himself, and that's what I want to do. I want to teach people that are weaker, and the people that are being bullied, the people that are getting picked on, I want to teach them to defend themselves. And I think with the competition fighting, the MMA and all that stuff, is just training. A lot of times, they just help bullies become stronger. And I really am against that. And I think this movie portrays that really well, showing, these bullies that really pick on this kid and pick on everybody, old people too. It's just sad, and I really think that martial arts, should be only taught to certain people, the right people, not to just anyone. Alright, and I think this movie really portrays that really well. But as far as any other aspect of the movie, I don't like the movie. It's more for kids, but this is something where it could teach you something.